Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Patriot Hour. I'm Mike, your host. We got some new Anon Q clearance posts to go over. New posts were released yesterday throughout the day. I was busy filming the Patriot Hour show, our other show that we do. So I'm just now getting to these, but stick around. We're going to break them down a little bit, go over them, and we're going to get right into it after this. Right, I'm Mike, your host. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and just look around the channel a little bit. Definitely look down in the description box. There are a few links for typically the QAnon map at GitHub. So let's jump right into this, folks. Yesterday, I would say. Yes, yesterday at 14:20. So this was like 2:20 in the afternoon. Q posted this picture. Shall we play a game? Question mark. Find at Snowden. IDEN +1. Happy hunting. So we click on this. I'll zoom in as much as I can. So there was either... I think it was this one circled here in another photo, or the one right here with the backpack, because we know him. He probably likes to wear his backpack with all his. So there's some spy satellite photo, basically. So then there was a couple of. So that would have been 869 in the series. Happy hunting. Let's play a game. Find Snowden. You had a couple sec tests. Sec test 1, sec test 2, 1420, 1421. That's probably from just a couple of the different devices he's logging in from. Different, computer, phone, whatever. So then 872 in the series, 1431. This is about 2:31 p.m. yesterday, folks, in the afternoon. Hashtag Internet Bill of Rights. Q. Been a lot of talk about the Bill of Rights. I was just looking into that last night. It's a pretty good thing. I'm thinking about signing on board. There's a petition at the White House. It's a way to protect us, and to when you team up with any mobile carrier or your at home service, you have a Bill of Rights set up for you to not be throttled for content, or what your particular flavor is on the internet of what you want to do, and that doesn't mean you're able to break the law. It's just, you're able to break the law, whereas sometimes with the other way, you go to do something bad and this provider can hinder you from doing it, and that can be okay as well. But it kind of gets into that area of, they really don't want you going to this website because they don't like, the content you're looking at, and they deem it bad, where a bad bit of information. And that could be the same movie they're offering, folks. It's just they, of course they're. So it's things like that. It's your freedom to do what you will. Doesn't mean you won't break the law and get in trouble, but you don't need somebody there to, you can't go that route, or we're not going to let that bit come through to your house properly because we don't like it. You gotta treat a bit like a bit across the platform. So anyway, the Internet Bill of Rights, look into it if you haven't. It's better than the government regulation version, or So yeah, looking at that, it's really buzzing. So 873 at 15:21. This would have been at 3:21 p.m. yesterday. 15:21 at Snowden. We are going live. --24. Comb your hair. Reread IBOR, Internet Bill of Rights. This scares them more than anything, period. Loss of control, period. Use logic, period. Nothing to do with AT&T, period. Must be regulated to prevent censorship and narrative push. So here we go, folks. He's at Snowden. We are going live. Comb your hair. That reminds me of the movie, what was it, Eagle Eye, where, crazy Shia LaBeouf is, I actually have heard that set of the movie, I think, Eagle Eye made him kind of go nuts because they had some ex-FBI or CIA on the set working with the director for, realism, and he did something with his phone and let Shia hear himself. I read this article years ago, and Shia LaBeouf's mouth was open to the floor, like, because this guy whipped out a phone, and we have everything. And so that movie Eagle Eye, they basically are he's on the run with some girl, and they're able to watch him from device to device in this movie that made several years ago. But they're tapping into all the cameras in the city and then people's phones, and it looks like this is what they're, talking to Snowden, comb your hair, like they're, it's nuts. All right, so that was 873 in the series at 1521. Now let's go to 874 at 1556, which is 3:56 p.m. How did at Snowden clear customs / immigration in Hong Kong after the public release? ? Why wouldn't he first travel to final destination prior to public release? ? If wanted by the U.S. government, would he be cleared to travel? ? Who provided support to escape? ? Who was the U.S. after during this time? ? J.A. Julian Assange. Have you learned and eliminated L6? ? Use logic, period. Q. Post 875 in the series at 1558, 3:58 p.m. Who controls social media? ? Who performs in a circus? ? Clowns. Who wrote the code to embed and censor across multiple platforms? ? Why Russia? ? Why China? ? Why Hong Kong? ? Why did ES himself arrange a C-link in multiple countries? Okay. Used to, they always say at Snowden, and then I used to think this was this is Eric Smith, the one that Google's former CEO, or learn, period. Why did ES himself arrange a C-link in multiple countries? ? Learn, period. Q. Okay, then this brings us up to Snowden Q reposted an anonymous's post here. Snowden's girlfriend performs in a circus, period. Also, John Le Carre's George Smiley worked out the circus. Q puts, the father is who? ? All right, so that was post 876 at 1602. That was at 4:02 p.m. So here we got Q on 877, 1601. Somebody had posted, so I'm going to read what he's talking about here. It's just an anonymous poster. Q, of course, reposts this guy's post so we can have context for what he says underneath. Unless you're on the original 8chan, folks, which you can click. If you do get on these, you click here. If I was to click that, it'll take you to the original. And then, you can start reading. Can someone please explain to me what C-Link is? Who provided support to escape? Who was, we'll look at that maybe in a minute here. All right. So this post here, gotta let it re-up. I confess I was an IBOR resistor. So this anonymous poster from the 8chan or the Great Awakening site. I confess, I was a Internet Bill of Rights resistor. It didn't make sense to me since free speech is already guaranteed in our Constitution. But thinking logically, the one thing that would scare the data mining cabal the most is an articulated right to privacy when using the internet. No more data mining for ads. No more algorithms screwing up how we communicate with others on Facebook. No more capturing my favorite soda to sell to a competitor who might want to make me buy something else. Also, and really important to me, is the right to be forgotten. It's already been adjudicated in Britain. Here's a bit of detail. And then they link you to the Guardian and the right to opt out, the right to be forgotten law. So this could lead to bigger things. We should have a right to disappear. So if this continues to be a thing, think of it way beyond being censored for free speech. Think of it in terms of privacy too. No more selling personal information. No more dedicated IPs to track your every move. No more email apps that pre-select your possible replies, because no more email are being mined. Last post on this one, but if it goes forward, please consider expanding the scope. Also keep in mind that there's more than the White House petition site to make your ideas known. Most of us have senators and congressmen to represent us in DC. Maybe talk to a real person. All right, Q's response to that: free speech does not apply in a private company setting. The risk? ? Loss of revenue, period. Backstopped by the circus, period. Learn, period. Social media control is everything, period. The age of the MSN is over, period. Q. We click on... So here's Q's original post in the pink. Free speech does not apply in company setting. And this is where you can get, tons of, is Snowden at travel agency in China travel services? Yes. Peel back the onion. How did Snowden clear customs immigration in Hong Kong after the public release? He had help. Why wouldn't he first travel to the final destination prior to release? If wanted by the U.S. government, would he be cleared to travel? No, meaning he wasn't wanted by the U.S. government. Who was the U.S. after during this time? Assange. Julian Assange, have you learned and eliminated L6? Launch in less than 6 hours. So this is a place to come get some of the starting of the breakdown. I mean, you can't just read one and think, oh, that's it. That's the truth. You collectively get an idea, and then as time goes by, whether something's proven, then yeah, we know what it meant. Or watch the news this week. This is an article about the Richard Spencer white supremacist Antifa clash. So C-link in multiple countries communications links. Hong Kong. How did Snowden clear customs? We know he had help. WikiLeaks. Who and what is L6? Stop. Stupid. All right. So there you go, folks. That was it's early morning here. I just wanted to get that done. I had saw him late yesterday evening, but I was so tired. Had a long day, like I said. Got couple of shows done here, and had some other stuff going on earlier in the day. So it was just a rough one yesterday. But hey, don't have to be first. That's something I'm learning. I'd rather be right than always be first. And again, I'm just reading these, so it's not like, oh, he posted, I need to get so I could read them. Yeah, I want to get a little bit of breakdown as well sometimes, but just reading them is huge for those of you that maybe you're driving or at work or at home and you just like to listen. You don't really have a computer and all the things to really get down and to do this. I mean, yes, a phone works if you're, if you have one of them, but sometimes it's just easier to get your information, isn't it? All right, so I am Mike from the Patriot Hour. We're going to sign off here, do some more research for you, and Q post later today, this afternoon. I'll be ready and on it, so we will get ready to break some stuff down. I'll come back, and if anything more is discussed and figured out, of course, we'll share that. So tune in to the Patreon. If you, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. Ring the bell, leave an email, comment. Let us know what you're liking, what you'd like to see. Thanks.